Hello there, my Sagittarian collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign. Welcome to your work, career, and vocation read for December 2020 and January 2021. I am your reader, Mark Angelo Lyons, Mal for short, professional witch, professional intuitive, president of Drawing the Circle Productions, the Archangel of Lyons, Mark Angelo Lyons, but you can call me Mal. Hey, my centaurs, my hunters, my Sagitt crabby asses, how are you? Ready to take a look at your work, career, and vocation read for December and January? Well, I'm ready to read for you. My subscribers, thank you so much for your love, your support, your shares, your comments, all of it. Helping the channel grow little by little, day by day. Really appreciate it. I'm glad to be of service. I have very many Sagittarian friends throughout my life, so it's an honor to serve. And if you are new to the channel and you like what I'm doing, hit the like button. If you want more, hit the subscribe button. If you want to comment, feel free. I read the comments and I reply when I can, where I can. You know how it goes. Cool. So let's get up in this reading in particular. We're doing 9 cards, 3 Caroline Myss archetype cards to see what are the soul powers and archetypes at play in your work, career, vocation. We will clarify that with the Daughters of the Moon Tarot right here. That's your internal stuff. That's the divine feminine aspect, your experience internally of work, career, and vocation. And then we will look at, with the Mythic Tarot, what's going on the outside, kind of to clarify both yin and yang, right? Divine feminine, divine masculine, but this is kind of more from the point of view of the higher self. You'll see 3 levels of power: work, career, vocation, what you do to survive, your hunger, your passion, your thirst, as well as your spiritual calling, right? Work, career, vocation. Lower 3 chakras: root, sacrum, solar plexus, heart, throat, third eye, crown, and 8th chakra, which I could absolutely do work, career, vocation reads with that, with the 8 chakra spread as well. This is just, I think, a little bit different way of going about it, and I think a bit more practical. If you have any questions, put them in the comments below, because I've been doing different forms of this reading for myself since I started. But the 3 levels of power I learned from Caroline Myss. There's a link in the description box if you want some more info about the 3 levels of power and all that jazz. I think that's about it, except to say that it's a general read. Saggies, you know that. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. You're hunters. You know what feels right and what doesn't for you. I don't got to tell you that. And check your other signs, right? Because work, career, vocation, one could be more focused on work, the other career, the other vocation. You know what I mean? I think that's about it. Just focus on your breath, be in the present moment, and I will do the same. And by the way, do you like I'm doing from my living room, right? My lower back's been acting up, so I needed something a little bit more cushy and supportive. So I essentially made my sectional into a working throne. I'm down with it. Works for me, right? And career vocations for me too. I guess that's about it. All the decks that I read are in the description box at the bottom. Let's just do this. Breathe. Oh, that feels nice. Okay. My collective pantheons of angels, goddesses, gods, masters, and higher selves of all involved. There you go. Please, 3 cards in clarity for this Sagittarian collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign in their work, career, and vocation, December 2020 and January 2021. What's the dominant archetype? Lower 3 chakras: work, survival, how they survive, right? The physical world. What's the most dominant archetype there they need to be aware of? Their heart, throat, third eye, and crown, their personal level of power, their career, their passion, their thirst, their hunger. I have to do this. This is psychologically satisfying for me in terms of their career, what's going on there. And for their 8th chakra, right? Their calling, their spiritual calling, that spiritual star calling the Sagittarians forth on their path. What's the dominant archetype there in their vocation? Work, career, vocation, keep in mind, archetype cards are a little triggery because they have both shadow and light. I always say that because the shadow is the stuff we don't want to look at but needs to be healed, or it's stuff that we know needs to be healed but we don't want anybody to know about. And this is a really Sagittarian deal we got here. We've got the rebel archetype, which is very Sagittarian. We've got the scribe, which is interesting in a different way, Sagittarian in the career. And in your vocation, the Alchemist. Now I'm going to say the Rebel archetype is of the action family, the Scribe, the creative family, but the Alchemist belongs in both the wisdom and the divine family. It's one of a few archetypes that bridge, that combine more than one family. It's rare, but apparently it happens. Ooh, let's not do that. Let's get that in the right order. Virgo, Virgo, Virgo. Really, really digging this. Let me read what's on here. The shadow is supposed to be the triggery stuff, the stuff you're working on within yourself, within, this would be in particularly your work, what you do to survive, lower 3 chakras. So the shadow attribute rejects legitimate authority out of anger. I mean, that's everywhere on planet Earth right now. And legitimate authority, yeah, you can get that, right? There's so many different ways I can interpret that. Rebels out of peer pressure or fashion, which I always have to go back to the difference between, I don't know, well, punk and new age, new wave. I keep doing that. I was in new wave way before I was into new age. I mean, there is a difference between, Blondie and the Go-Go's, and I mean, in the Ramones, and I could go on. I won't. So the light attribute, what you're shooting for, lower 3 chakras, right? Like out in the world, in terms of your work and your survival, challenges authority to affect social change, rejects spiritual systems that do not serve inner needs. Now, as a Sagittarian, I'm going to say you guys are known for social justice thing, right? Your Jupiter, your Zeus, your expansion. And you are the rebels. I mean, you're not the only sign that can have the rebel archetype. Any sign can have the rebel archetype, but you're sort of known for it, right? It is sort of that thing of mutable fire, like forest fire of desire and passion and activity and creativity and art and, all that fire stuff, flaming arrows. So with the social justice stuff going on the planet right now, it could be that your work is being affected by that in some way, shape, or form. Or you are just in a rebellious place, right? That rebel energy in you. It could really be not just the rebel, the revolutionary. There isn't another archetype the revolutionary, that's akin to this one. I think there's a difference. One is definitely more, I think, socio-political, although that's in here too. So you got to feel that out for yourself. I have to keep remembering when I'm doing this. I'm reading for a collective. Let's look at your career, the Scribe. Now, this is about receipts, right? You got to get the receipts. The shadow attribute, altering facts or plagiarizing others' works, right? So you're either going in and screwing with the record or copying and pasting in some way, shape, or form. The light attribute, preserving knowledge and information. Now, another sign got this in the same position. Where are you, Scribe? I know I saw you. Just really scanning, not seeing it here, but I'm pretty sure this came up. I just don't remember which sign for it. I'm not going to waste time looking for it right now. But that thing of creatively writing down, I'm going to say this is certainly in terms of your career, heart, third eye, and crown. This can indicate a process of journaling, of writing things down, of recording things. It doesn't want it to be written, right? Get your camera, talk to it, right? Record it, video it, post it, or don't, right? But there's like a thing of documentation. There's the word, documentation. So think of a scribe, that creative energy that has something to do with your career, your passion, your thirst. Now, they are redirecting me for a moment to say that lots of people work in things you'd like to that they rebel against in the physical world, but kind of have to do it. It's like to make the change, right? So that they can do the thing that they love in their career that maybe they don't get paid for. I mean, I'm the exact opposite. I don't get paid for my work. So as a corporate president, right? It's all the social media and the calls and the scheduling and the setting of the cameras. It's producer, right? My career, though, is as teacher, right? Healer, reader, writer, right? My new book's coming out. Well, my old book is being redone in Kindle for next year. So I get that, right? It's like it's a flip-flop. I'm feeling that. But here's the one. Here's where the power is on this one. You got the Alchemist in the 8th chakra in your vocation. This is great, big, huge. Shadow attribute, misuse of power and knowledge that comes through spiritual practice, right? It makes sense. It clicks into that 8th chakra very, very clearly. But the light attribute, transformation of base, motives, and goals into golden wisdom. What's the base motive? Right? Rejecting legitimate authority or working within the balance of it all, right? That to challenge authority, to affect social change, reject spiritual systems that do not serve inner needs. I mean, it does feel like that process of creativity is going to bring your chakric alignment, right? It's going to eventually, over time, usually these things are quick, although you aren't so quick, but you're a Sagittarian, right? So that alchemist, taking that wisdom, that divine power, and lifting up the base motivations of base doesn't mean dirty, base doesn't mean bad, but it means like basic food, clothing, shelter, right? So it seems like your spiritual power has the skill that you need here to alchemize the lead into gold, but it's spiritual power. But to make it down to the lower three chakras, there's a scribe thing here. There's a documentation, and my cats are now deciding to wrestle right in front of me. Boys, knock it off. Okay. So alchemy from lead to gold, right? To take what you've learned, that lead, and to alchemize it and to bring down that spiritual power and the wisdom of what you've learned. In other words, you already have the wisdom in you, but it's up here, right? It's stored in the soul. Oh, it's so deep. All right, keep going, keep going, keep going. All right. Like whatever you need to document, even if it's something that doesn't make you money immediately or right away, but if it's something that really fuels you, that's going to open up the channel in between the 8th chakra and the lower 3, the solar plexus. You see what I'm saying? And no one needs to see it, right? Unless you wanted to, unless you want people to, right? All right, let's go. Daughters of the Moon Tarot, the goddesses, the divine yin, the divine feminine, the yang force, half the universal energy, whatever you want to call it. Breathe. This is exciting now. Because it's that energy of the rebel. There's that energy of the rebel there with the alchemist, like the alchemist scribe rebel or the rebel scribe alchemist, right? When you play with the words that way, you get different nuances of which is the lead and which isn't. Breathe. Oh yeah, my goddesses of fire and the sign of Sagittarius. Please, oh please, oh please, considering I collaborate with a Sagittarian, please. 3 cards in clarity for the Sagittarian collective. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs in their work, career, vocation, December 2020 and January 2021. Please, can you clarify that rebel archetype, lower 3 chakras, their work? What's going on in their interior experience there? Thank you. For their career, heart, throat, third eye, and crown, what's their interior experience of that? And for the alchemist in their 8th chakra, their spiritual power, their vocation, their calling. Let's see what you got. 1, 2, 3. Wow. Wow, it's a little shocking, but really in a good way. All right, we'll do these one at a time. You got the rebel with the Ace of Flames inside, creation, literally written on the card, creation. And inspiration comes in, a new desire. You're lighting your torch and you're waving it for the new moon on Monday, right? Just had one. We just had one. And it is. It's the Duran Duran video for New Moon on Monday. I get that, right? It's like the French Revolution. This feels really powerful. I'll give you that. Inside of you know what's going on. Outside, you got to wait till the next 3 cards. We'll get there. But now here's the bit of the mind blow, all right? You got Scribe here. Inside, you've got the card of celebration. This is the card of judgment. I'm telling you, something is revealed to you through writing things down. And this can be journaling. This can be, my God, anything. It can be you even perhaps bringing such that creativity of, okay, they're showing me scrapbooking, but like family photos. They're showing me family histories, right? It's like gathering that information and making sure it's in one place, copying old VHS to MP4, you know, something like that. It could be any of that creative process. And through that, something is revealed inside of you about your career. And it really aligns your heart, throat, third eye, and crown. That's amazing. And it makes sense. Totally makes sense. Because here you got the 2 of Cups. This is not the first time the 2 of Cups has shown up here. Hold on one second. That I know. Let's see. The moon. That's the Two of Pentacles, the Five of Cups. Oh, I guess that was the last series of readings. Wow, I can't remember my own work. Well, 52 years old. I know I don't look it. Two of Cups in the 8th chakra. This is the dance between you and your higher self. This is about alignment with your true purpose, who you are outside. Not so much out of your personality, but outside of your physicalness, right? It sounds so tinfoil hat. Can we get this in a clearer way? Yeah, but they're Sages, I hear you. Look, your higher self is you outside of time and space, the eternal part of you. Some say different than the soul, some say same thing as the soul, regardless. You could see this as the dance, the love, the attraction between you and your soul. 8th chakra in many, many, many teachings is called the seat of the soul, but then it's also called the star chakra, right? I've heard it called so many things. It's a mystery, boogie, oogie, oogie, right? So to experience that, think of 2 cups in the whirlpool, right? That's the name of the card. In a whirlpool is far away, but slowly, or maybe not so slowly, coming together into alignment, right? To unify. Ting. Wow. Like I said, wow. There's a lot of love here. And so this alchemy could very much be about alchemizing the fears that you may have, although I'm not picking up on here, but there is shadow, right? Shadow into light. It's the same language of alchemy, instead of lead to gold, shadow to light. But there is great love here for you in this, and it's a movement of it, right? It's that 2 of Cups. It's exciting. Now, could that manifest down into a romantic relationship? Maybe. Let's see what's going on the outside, shall we? I try not to bring the sexual romantic things into work, career, vocation, because, you know, the Me Too movement changed things. But, you know, you never know. You never know who you're going to meet, right? You never know who you're going to meet, where you're going to meet, how it's scheduled. Take a nice deep breath, please. Besides, there are collaborators, right? 2 of Cups just does not have to mean love and romance. That could be a really good collaborator, but it's an 8th chakra thing. And really, with the Alchemist, that feels like more between you and your soul or your higher self, or whatever you want to call that. Breathe. Oh my gods of fire in the sign of Sagittarius, Zeus. Wearing his totems on my right hand, my lightning throwing hand, please. This is vibey. This is high vibey. Please, 1 card, 3 cards. Keep doing that in clarity for the Sagittarian collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs in their work, career, vocation, December 2020. Locked on December 2020 and January 2021. Please, they've got the rebel archetype, lower 3 chakras. The ace of flames, inflaming them, but in a good way. It feels nice. It feels like, yes, I'm doing this. What does that look like on the outside in the yang force? The scribe, heart, throat, third eye, crown, career, hunger, passion, thirst, with the card of revelation, celebration, something being revealed. And we'll look at that a little bit deeper, I have a feeling. That's what that looks like on the outside, and in their 8th chakra, their vocation, their calling, the alchemist archetype, which is just, I won't say unexpected, but it really turns the party in a totally different way here. With that 2 of Cups, what does that look like on the outside? Last card down. No, that's 2. Well, 2 of Cups. I get it. There is somebody else involved there. This could be a soul contract of some kind. Please, 1 card in clarity. What does this look like on the outside for my Sagia Crabby cakes? Let's look. 1, 2, a 3. 3. All right. So we'll do this the simple way. You have got the rebel here. This all makes sense. You've got the rebel here with this ace of wands on the inside, but on the outside, you've got the 5 of swords, mental conflict, mental arguing, back and forth, a changing of the minds, or trying to change minds. So now look, if you're a social justicer and trying to change minds, blessed be. Good luck and blessed be, because this time a nut's time to be in, but it is something that is a soul power being developed in you. Now, this might very well be the mental conflict of your spirituality versus your physicality in terms of your work in the world, right? And who isn't dealing with that in some way, shape, or form? I just went through it early. I started doing these readings. I've had a YouTube channel for 4 years, but I started doing the readings here at summer solstice last year, not just this past 6 months ago. So it'll be a year and a half I've been doing this, totally in place. Got monetized in February, right, this year, right? So, you know, there's a lot of stuff integrating for everybody here, and that's what I'm getting here. You've got the Hanged Man on the outside. Look, go within, do your creative process. Something is being revealed to you on the inside. This card looks like women dancing, right? And they're circle dancing, and it looks like, oh, they're at women's gathering, which I'm a guy, I can't go, that's okay. But blessed be, I'm just so glad they're doing that. Wherever they're doing it, wherever women gather together in sisterhood, and yeah, blessed be. I'm a feminist, deal, cope. But if you look, they're standing, they're dancing on the belly of the Great Mother, the goddess, right? You see that now? Oh, look, nipples. So, goddess nipples. That is something revealed to you. A larger picture is revealed, and that would make sense with the card of Judgment, right? That's the Judgment card in the tarot. But on the outside, it's like you really have to see things different. It makes sense. You're going to see things differently, and the whole picture is being resolved. Just whatever it is that you do. And that could be in your creative process, too, with the amount of fire that you have there. It's like I could feel that, well, screw it, all this stuff going on, right? Five of Swords. I'm going to just do this, right? Screw it. Screw you all. You're that really strong rebellious thing. And then really getting into your creative process, doing it differently, seeing it in different ways, and then Judgment card, right? Celebration. Something is revealed. Because this is the thing that blows my freaking mind for you, Saggies. You got the Alchemist with the Two of Cups on the outside. It's the Ace of Cups. The Divine is offering you a cup of love, an opportunity to drink deeply, deep spiritual fulfillment here as the result of alchemy, which comes, interestingly enough, so it's not like you do one, then the other, and the other. They all kind of happen simultaneously. It's or are you? That's the highly individualized curriculum. That's the hero's journey. We're all different how we do it. Free will does not mean that you get to determine the curriculum. It means only that you get to choose what you want to take at any given time. It's Course in Miracles. I can't believe I remembered that. So do you see that? Do you see that? Like that the divine is saying, here, drink, right? Oh, your higher self, whatever you want to call it. And inside, you're feeling the love. You're feeling the draw, right? The attraction of the centrifugal force. Yeah, centripetal. I forget which is which. Mom's going to get mad at me. I'll call her later and ask. I'll Google it. But as a result of spiritual alchemy, you're being alchemized. You're being raised in vibration. But remember, alchemy takes essentially three things. It takes heat, it takes time, it takes pressure. Right? And you might have been under it. And that might be what some of this conflict is and why you're like, yeah, I'm cool. I'm doing me. Now, maybe not in a selfish way, but this just feels like, I mean, you've got two major arcana cards. You got two major arcana cards out of 6 of the tarot, right? It's the Hangman, and I mean, there's revelation here for you in your creativity, in particular, in your career. So let me put this together for you one more time, but I'll do it in a little prayer, a little blessing. Breathe. May the Sagittarian collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs be blessed with all that they need in their work, career, vocation, December 2020 and January 2021, that they may embrace the power of the alchemy that resides within their 8th chakra, bringing them into this deeper, closer attraction, relationship, dance with their own divine selves and higher selves as it is offered to them. That they may bring this into their career, that they may record the knowledge, the information, the experience that they have had, which will bring in revelation while they see things differently and hit the sacred pause button in their career, so that in their work they can be the healthy rebel, that they can speak up to false authority in their work in some way and able to look at their own spiritual process and choose for themselves what feels right to them, what feels authentic, as the result of mental thoughts and chatter and change and talking and politics and rhetoric and all of that stuff in the air. so that they can come into alignment, so that they can do what they came in to do, that they can fulfill their role in the divine plan for their well-being and for the well-being of all of life, particularly those they serve in their work, their career, and their vocation for the well-being of all. So mote it be. And so it is. Hey, thank you so much for watching. If something hit, if something was, oh, I was good, hit a thumbs up. More people who thumbs up, more people see it. You want more, you know how to do it. Subscribe. Comment if you like. I love to read them. And thank you. Just thank you for watching. I really appreciate it. Wishing you the very best and the very blessed in your work, career, and vocation. My Sagitt Crabby. Since I love you all so much. Hail. Farewell and blessed, blessed be.